infinite balance, giving you that energy, 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 energy from the cosmos to your center's flows. Now, the truth about star seeds, what nobody tells you about. An interesting topic. Way back in 2017, I was on YouTube watching videos. Back then, I used to just scroll on YouTube, and my main priority back then were watching TV shows that were similar to a brand called the CW. A combination of that, hip hop, and sexuality, dancing your mind. So while scrolling and looking at those type of things, yes, I was that type of person back then. So going back and scrolling and going through that, watching different videos, I seen a video about space, which kindled my interest. It was back then they're talking about the Mars colony and talking about Elon Musk. Remember, this is like 2017 and now 2026, and they're still talking about going to Mars. 2017, they're talking about people signing up to take that trip, a one-way trip to the planet. And I watched that, and it was very interesting to me for the fact that a lot of people, they're very powerful in the faith they have. They may be weak at some points, but have strength in another. And then when it came to going to Mars, people that want to go to Mars, they really want to go to Mars. They had that belief. They'll sign up. They don't care if it's a one trip. They don't care if it ends up being unalived. Point is, they want to go there. So at the end of that video now, it went to a clip of another video. Are you a starseed? And when that came up and I read that, if anyone there is familiar with The Simpsons, there's an episode of The Simpsons when the future was Homer Simpson's mother before she left Homer and his father. She was watching football, I believe. And Homer's father was talking about a certain player that looked like a hippie because of the long hair. And when she seen that person, you heard that music. It's like her mind started to just open to the possibilities of what was around her area in that particular episode. For me, when I seen that, that same type of instance came to mind, where I never heard of a starseed before, but I knew I needed to see that video. And when I clicked on it, that's when I learned about Pleiadians. That's where I learned about the Octurians. That's where I learned about the Larians. That's where I learned about the Andromedons, and so forth, etc. And the Yaos, the hybrids, and seeing what connected with me. And going through my research and seeing different videos from different starseeds, their different depictions on their personal life and their reflections on what's going on. Things about starseeds that people don't know about. there is a lot of egotism. Just like activists that are vegans, when they go to the restaurants and they have the signs, even though the restaurant owner has nothing to do with anything, they just want to make their profit and make people happy in the food they're eating. These activists doing anything to stop that restaurant from making a business, sharing their what I call hate upon that. And this is me that's exclusively eats fruits and vegetables, but I know everyone has their own path and we're all connected. Starseeds, they have a lot of egos. They'll be talking about their own journey and how someone else's journey is not right. They'll talk about their journey and talk about how another person's journey is hypocritical, which is ironic because they're being hypocritical and talking about that person being hypocritical. Lost Starseeds, they want to be praised. And if they're not praised, they feel a type of way. If someone, for instance, gives them a negative comment on a social media platform, they take it to heart. They lash out. Which again is ironic because Starseeds are supposed to be understanding on whatever comments anyone says. But not all of them are like that. With me and seeing them, I still go with the resonations that I resonate with. Into making myself a higher version. Starseeds are just like any other human being. Despite of what they may say. They're going through their own growth and they are not perfect. But they do try to twist things into their own narrative. And what I'm telling you right now is something that even they don't want other people them to know. Generally. They don't talk about it. They go upon their own way. But me being intuitive, I'm bringing this to bring realism about the path of the Starseed then. Another truth about Starseeds. Even though they speak their own truth, they put forth things to, how can I say this in a way, control the narrative. Sometimes I'll be watching videos, and these videos will be of Starseeds. This one individual calls themselves a channeler. But it always seems, whenever there's a big moment in mainstream media talking about a certain individual, this person will come up, and those individuals will always be reptilians. There'll always be, this person is a reptilian that's promoting darkness. That person is a reptilian promoting darkness. That person is a reptilian promoting darkness. And it's mostly from the female front. And me being intuitive, when I'm reading this from these people, it's more of a jealousy than fact. It's more of them not liking that person instead of they're actually a reptilian. People can be a certain way that doesn't resonate with other people and not automatically be a reptilian or any type of negative type of starseed. Because not every starseed is all bliss, all Chris. And just like not all reptilians are all low vibrational charges. But I always found it interesting in seeing these. And they have that energy to bring other people on their side with that. Which is a whole new energy twist on what they call energy vampires. Things that no one talks about when it comes to starseeds. Is also the need to be on top of everyone else. I see this myself when they're speaking of other people, and they don't necessarily speak down upon them, but they speak in a way that they're above other people then. And going about doing this is a total hypocritic fashion. But know that we are all connected. And there are starseeds out there that are very humane, very humble, very light and uplifted, that really want to share the goodness, that really want to share the bliss, that really is upfront when they talk about channeling and when they talk about individuals. Just like how there's bad people out front there are good people out front there. And in doing this, is bringing this place to a whole new era of prosperity. But as a starseed, if you're one of them, and you resonate with a certain type, just like me, I resonate with a certain type, Matakin, Arcturian. There's always a yin to the yang. And from that yin to the yang, it makes things at an equilibrium. So in all the things I said, that what people don't talk about starseeds, it's also positive what people don't talk about starseeds. Is that some are literally wholesome light beings in a positive manner. A lot of them just go forth and helping without asking for nothing in return. And there are some that are just off base on social media altogether, and they're living their life at a place that's unknown to us. But then again, they are known to us. So, in this being said now, in the next video, to keep up this upliftedness, I'm going to be talking about something that's going to be a little bit mind-boggling and make you think in a different way that you haven't thought before. So from this video, what's one word that you felt when watching this? Put it in the comments. I read every comment, especially in this small community. And always remember that your thoughts ultimately shape your reality.